This is deliberate airmanship. It's your best shot at quickly becoming an outstanding pilot no matter what you fly. Its origin comes from associating with hundreds of seasoned aviators and how they behave in the air and on the ground. Drone pilots don't typically have this mindset because they are missing those years of association with dozens of mentors and fellow pilots. It's built up over years of training and flying together and often contains some hard-won experiences. Good airmanship is an essential element of everyday flying. It's a mindset for all pilots, new or old. It doesn't matter what you fly. It only matters how you think. And this version of the course is designed specifically to help drone pilots develop an aviator attitude and learn how to think. Hi, my name is David Cook. I'm a retired RCAF pilot and also recently retired as a drone test pilot and flight instructor for the International Test Pilot School here in London, Ontario, Canada. Right away you can tell I'm an old pilot. I'm older than most pilots, but that doesn't mean I'm the best. It just means I've been around more of them longer and had more opportunities to learn from the best. I'm the author of Deliberate Airmanship, an article I wrote about the process of intentionally transforming yourself into a seasoned aviator. This program is born out of my military training and my association with fellow professional pilots of all kinds, flight instructors, airshow pilots like the Snowbirds, standards officers, airline pilots, accident investigators, and drone operators, each with years more operational flying experience than I have. In fact, 4 of the original Snowbirds here were my instructors on my basic jet course in Moose Jaw, and I learned so much from each of them. I created the Deliberate Airmanship course offered by my company, Canda, that's C&A, for Cook & Associates. Deliberate Airmanship is not just my personal ideas. It's collected from the wisdom of dozens of exceptional military and civilian pilots that I've been associated with over my flying career. I have taken note of the best attitudes and airmanship that each of these people developed for themselves, flying all sorts of manned and unmanned aircraft. Most new commercial UAS operators are often missing these valuable personal associations during their initial rather short flying training. In the military and in commercial flight training, it takes over 2 years just to earn your wings, and that's long before they ever get to employ those flying skills operationally. While anyone seriously interested in obtaining their advanced commercial certificate as a drone pilot can do so in a matter of weeks. It's to give those pilots a competitive advantage over the average drone operator and make themselves a more confident, desirable employee who is sought after by commercial operators who look for the safest, most competent new hires they can find. This course contains everything I learned from flying since 1966, combined with the insights of each of the many associates that I've been privileged to know since then. Rather than soaking up this mindset the way I did over years, I'm suggesting this program is a better way. Anyone can deliberately develop the aviator attitude and gain those valuable insights and wisdom from the best of the best, and do it in a matter of weeks if they apply this knowledge. As I said, this method mostly comes from my associations with many other outstanding pilots. In a minute, I'm going to introduce you to just a few of them, so you can appreciate how exceptional these people are, and how valuable their collective wisdom can be to you, and to your current career plans in aviation, even if you are already trained and qualified as a drone pilot. There's more to the aviation mindset than you may think. As I already mentioned, working at ITPS, I had the privilege of associating with some of the world's top test pilots every day for years. These people consistently demonstrated the true meaning of the word airmanship. I joined them in 2018 and was helping ITPS develop their UAS training program by creating lectures, test plans, and training scenarios for the 13-week UAS test pilot course we were offering. As an instructor there, I had the opportunity to create a short lecture simply called Airmanship to help students who were already seasoned pilots and flight test engineers in their own right. We were trying to get them to examine their own mental preparation habits and planning discipline, so they could become more self-aware of how they think when problem-solving and be able to better handle stress along with their own decision-making process. Between 2019 and 2022, I was also the project manager assigned to develop this one-of-a-kind 1,400-pound UAS, the Manned Remotely Piloted Aircraft, or MRPA, along with its GCS, or Ground Control Station. This drone is unique in Canada because it's not restricted to line of sight or 400 feet altitude. Rather, it is certified to fly in Canadian national airspace, while being controlled from a ground station, either manually or autonomously. The MRPA is now an essential part of the ITPS UAS flight test training program. The airmanship lecture I created and the article I wrote helped me focus on the key attributes needed for success as a safe and effective pilot. That understanding developed into a personal study of all the pilots and observers I'd flown with over the years and how they behaved. As a TAC Hell Recce pilot in NATO, I flew with a master corporal or sergeant observer sitting in the left seat beside me. They acted as my additional eyes and ears, as well as my navigation system and radio operator and occasionally weapons operator when flying NOE or Nap of the Earth below the treetops. As crew members, observers were an essential part of just staying alive on the battlefield, and we grew to learn how each other thought. I learned to trust my observers' instincts, and the good ones always anticipated our next move or response, often before I did. I found many common traits in the best instructors, pilots, and observers that I had flown with. All the exceptional ones had similar characteristics, so this course is built around those habits and qualities, and how anyone can deliberately adopt these traits to perform like them. By learning their preparation methods, planning, and decision-making process, you can become more self-aware, prepared, and effective in the air. You don't have to become a fighter pilot or a combat-ready recce pilot, but you will benefit greatly when you understand how to apply that mindset to your own flying discipline. Each of my associates has a unique background and years of operational flying to draw from during their various careers. But there's a common theme for all of them. It's a wealth of knowledge I hope to pass on to you, along with how to make the best use of it as a drone pilot. By deliberately acquiring this knowledge in a single concentrated program, I know you will better understand what it means to master airmanship, so you naturally think and behave that way. Deliberately.